Yo buddy, what's going on my fellow gamers? Veteran X here, and no need for a long ass YouTube intro. Let's get right into the video. Towers of Aghasba is an absolutely beautiful video game. The skies are lush and full of color, while the seas and oceans are crystal, and I do mean clear. Seriously, the developers have done a wonderful job at capturing the various life and fauna that you typically see within an underwater environment. Graphically speaking, this game looks absolutely amazing, especially for an early access game, and that's where some of the problems begin. As we all know, this is an early access game, so there are some aspects that need a lot of work. This is the time for some good feedback so that the game can be polished to a brilliant shine, because we want to see this game succeed. For starters, the way to gather materials needs some serious overhaul. Crafting materials are almost impossible to see within the environment, and these tiny arrows even had to be added above materials, but this still doesn't necessarily solve the problem. That's because you don't know what this arrow could be pointing to. It's like a damn lottery. This arrow could be pointing to a stick, a rock, a berry bush, or even the damn gateway to Narnia. At this point, I just basically spam interact anytime I'm within the environment, because I never know if I'm going to need some random item that I can't even see. To fix this, just make it so that craftable materials are easily discernible from the environment. Thousands of video games that include resource gathering have figured out this solution many times over. Towers of Aghasba has a rich world, so the devs can be very creative when it comes to designing a solution for this. I have no doubt that they will knock it out of the park throughout development. Something I really enjoyed was the ability to switch the camera angle from first person to third person to behind the shoulder, and even a large overhead camera angle. But it seems as though this feature has been removed. Switching between the angles did feel extremely janky, so they're probably working on a feature so that it's a smoother transition. I really like the camera angle idea, and I hope that it continues to be ironed out. This game desperately needs work on the checkpoint / autosave feature. So there I am, just gathering resources and knocking out a side quest, and randomly, the loading screen pops up out of nowhere. This had me very confused. Once it disappeared, I was returned to a previous portion of the game, and all of my progress was completely wiped. Yep, an hour and 45 minutes of resource gathering, crafting, and progress was just Thanos snapped out of existence. This game breaking bug happened once again, and it wiped another 30 minutes of progress. At this point, I was just going to refund the game and go touch grass, but I was well past the 2-hour limit for Steam refunds, so I guess we're in it for the long haul. Now, I pretty much save the game anytime I gather more than 10 resources. You won't catch me slipping again, damn it. Within combat, you have ranged and melee attacks. When using ranged, I am so damn happy that you can recover arrows you fired. I wish more video games would include this type of feature. Thank goodness it's here, because that's one less thing that I have to go search crafting materials for. The melee combat feels very hollow though. Attacks don't seem to have any weight or impact behind them. Combat almost feels secondary, so when it comes to minor encounters, I just run in the other direction because I don't want to waste my weapon durability on a small inconvenience. And speaking of durability, I can't stand it. Maybe it's because I'm just not the biggest fan of durability systems within video games. I know some players like it, and that's completely fine. I just want to use the cool shiny weapon without having to worry about its manufactured HP bar. That's all. Some games like Enshrouded allow players to completely turn off weapon durability, and oh my goodness, it feels amazing. This gives players the freedom to fight enemies and explore the world without having to worry about another resource to micromanage. Here's some rapid fire pros and cons within the game as well. Let's start off with some pros. There are unique NPCs throughout the video game, such as the talking hands, and I really enjoy this. It brings a sense of world building here, and I enjoy it. Also, the art style here is amazing. It reminds me of Studio Ghibli movies, and this is some high praise here. Very good job on the art style within the game. I also enjoy the music and sound design, and also the Shimu decks as well. Alright, let's discuss some quick cons within the game. One con is that there is no way to customize all keybinds and actions on mouse and keyboard. You can customize some of them, but not all of them, such as dodge, swimming, the action wheel, and several more. Hopefully this is something that can be implemented on future updates to the game. Also, there's no hotbar for keyboard and mouse players. And also, this is a really weird one, but sometimes you take damage from harvesting certain plants, such as the cactus. Simply put, I'm just not a fan of this. The best way to put it is that it's just unfun. Just take it out. Towers of Aghasba needs a lot of work, but thankfully the foundation is there and it can only go up from here. There's tons of players out there who are having a great time with this game. There's also a roadmap that goes out to the year 2026, so the game might be in a completely different state by that time. This game has the potential to be legendary, and that's something we all want to see. Another game that I think has the potential to be legendary is Crimson Desert. Click the video here if you want to hear my thoughts on the game, and if you enjoy Pokemon Pocket, then click here for a breakdown of one of my favorite strategies within that game. And now, with all of that out of the way, get out there and let's go play some freaking video games.